In today's episode, I give you a dealer's perspective of what it's like setting up at a toy show. The FX Toy Show was the largest toy show in the southeastern United States from 1990 to 2006, aka the Super Bowl of toy shows. They are now back by popular demand with the original event production team. Hang tight until after the video for a very special interview between myself and Bruce Zalkin, the owner and organizer of the FX Doll and Toy Show. All right, enough talking. Let's go to the show. I'm Eric, and at the age of 40, I walked away from a corporate desk job with all the benefits you could ever ask for and decided to roll the dice, bet on myself, and start a resale company. I buy storage lockers.
Let's see what this is. Oh, it's signed.
I go to live auctions.
$30, $30, $25, $30.
I go on private picks.
Quite a bit of stuff.
And so much more. So come along for the ride as I build this resale company from the ground up. And now, let's get to another episode of Reliable Resellers. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, December 11th. It is 5:30 in the morning. We're driving out to Sarasota. We're just now leaving Tampa. And today is the toy show. So we got the car, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see. The car is all the way packed up, and we're gonna stop and get a couple of flats and make our way to Sarasota and set up at the toy show at 7 a.m. All right, guys, let's get our day going. Let's make it a good day. Let's go. All right, guys, it's 7 o'clock in the morning and we're pulling in here. Let's figure out how to get set up. There's some people over there setting up, so let's figure out the process. Let's do it, guys. So I'm getting myself set up. I got my tables inside. I've already pulled a few things out. I'm gonna pull a few more and then I'll show you where my table is, and we're starting to get set up. So let's do it. All right, guys, so here's my tables, right? So initially we had 2 tables, but I guess somebody didn't show up, and now we bought the all but the last 2. So this whole row is us. So I'm gonna get set up. We've already sold one doll for $160. Anyway, let me get set up and let's do it. Guys, I'm all set up. Let me show you what I brought. So we started out, we just had this table and this table, but as I explained, somebody canceled, so we got all these tables. So he actually gave me this table for free. So we brought a bunch of hot toys. I have no idea if these are gonna sell out here or not, but we brought them. So we brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 hot toys. We brought all of these baseball cards that we've had sitting around. See if we can sell those. We brought some of the tanks and some of the planes just to see how they're gonna do. We brought all the ships. We are at a VFW, so I thought, you know, maybe. Here's just some old Nintendo posters. So we got those Nintendo posters. We have original Ninja Turtles, original Ninja Turtle cards. We've got original Ninja Turtle accessories. Original Ninja Turtle accessories. We've got, here's a whole bunch of your Batman card backs if you need a card. You can get it here. Here's Batman figures, Batman figures, Batman figures, Batman figures. I ran out of flats. Check it out, guys. I did get some swag. So I've got stuff to give away. If anybody wants one, you can have a magnet for your refrigerator. You can take a business card, or you can grab a pen, take a pen with you. So just some random stuff we've got out and about at different places. This is a lot of Johnny Express stuff from like the 50s and 60s. It has all of the original, probably put this out here. It's got all the original paperwork and everything. So we'll put this out here with it. I already had a guy, already done over 300 bucks in sales. So it's been a good day already, and it's only 8:24. So I'm gonna rearrange this a little bit. Okay, so Johnny Express stuff.
More action figures, more action figures. Here's some original Migos. These are all 20 bucks a piece. Here's an Iron Man guy. Here is what I have left of the Skylanders. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 things of Skylanders. And we have some die-cast cars. Have a ton of die-cast cars left. Some original G.I. Joes from 1996. All different G.I. Joe accessories. Just $2 an accessory. This is like a little mini hot toy. Some cars, some G.I. Joe accessories, some tanks, and a Star Wars little guy. All right, guys, so it is 8:45. They open at 9. So I'm gonna walk you around, show you some of the other vendors before I have to kind of just stand over here. So just walk you around and show you some of the stuff here at the toy show this week. So lots of dolls.
Oh, she is. Oh, okay.
Other side.
I thought you were thinking about it. Oh, wonderful.
Lots and lots of dolls. Lots and lots of dolls. So I sold that doll for 160 already. So one lady, the lady back there. I think it's worth like 250, so she'll resell it. But I have 10 bucks into it, so I made some money. She's gonna make some money. Rock on. I also sold all those cars that we brought. Oh, look at this. 1993, huh? These are some old toys, for sure. But you have some old toys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh, this is your stuff. Okay, all right.
We figured we mainly a lot of dolls here, so we would bring stuff that were more closely associated.
Yeah.
Otherwise with that.
Yeah, I brought just toys. I didn't think it through like you did. More dolls. Lots and lots of dolls. Lots and lots of dolls. Jeez, look at all these dolls.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Lots and lots of dolls.
That's what I was just looking at. I'm like,
What is this?
I've done enough.
Enough's enough.
It looks good. It looks good. More dolls. Dolls and dolls and dolls. Dolls, dolls, dolls. Dolls, 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 dolls. There's Bruce. And there's some trucks up here. Tonka, okay. That Dick Tracy camera. That's cool. That's cool. You got some cool toys. They're just sewing patterns.
Yeah. I think I have them.
I didn't know what they were. I'm not a big doll person. I just grabbed those recently because I thought they were really old and they were going to be something, but they're not. So yeah, just $3 each, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're yes, sir. All right, guys, so Bruce just bought out all of my Hot Toys. So we just sold all 9 of our Hot Toys. So, nice. This is real, folks. We're not playing games out here. 11, 12, 50.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You know what this is like?
What's it like?
This is just like Vegas, but you always win.
Hey, that's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, all the cards, man, just $2 a piece. I got those tons of cards with Turtles and Batman action figures and all kinds of card backs. I need a card, I'll probably have it somewhere. Sure. Thank you. Find something else. Buy a bunch of stuff, I'll go with it. I really will. Make it worthwhile. Oh, I'm not. So I've bought out a guy's collection, multiple people's collections, and that's what this is. Yeah, I don't collect. Yeah, I'm not really well versed with what they all are. I know what they are, but I don't know what accessories go with this guy. You know, there are some people that you know just by looking at what goes with them. The guy I bought him from was the sheriff.
I mean, the caboose.
Yeah, I'm just a dealer, brother. Buy and sell, buy and sell. I'm a wholesale. The guy I buy from makes some money, I make some money, you make some money, we're all happy. That's all I like to do. How are you?
Fantastic.
Oh, great. I like that.
I don't collect them, but they're beautiful.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Really
Thanks.
is.
You like the planes and stuff?
I like all that, but I use trains.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Understood.
I have to
Understood.
stick with one or else.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is beautiful.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, there was a guy.
I'd love
He
to have it all if I had the time.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Understood. Yep. Yep. They take up a lot of room. But they're cool. But they're cool though.
You know it, I know it too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You any kind of feel on all of it?
I mean, sure. Just on the Ninja Turtle stuff? You're talking other, the Turtle stuff. I mean, yeah. Let's see here. Did you have something in mind? Throw a number at me? Oh, no.
Hey, get out of here. My husband sent in. I got the chill. I felt like he was here.
You as well, brother. Thank you very much. Yeah, some stuff like so there's 18 figures. From that $10 just the figures, you have all of this stuff. All of it, sure. Work with that 150. That's fine. Appreciate it. So let's see, it's probably 40 or 50 of those.
What happened to that?
All the cars there.
He only said that's how we were.
And if you want I would work with you. We have 3. So that's yeah, of course, man, I do. All right, that is a wrap on the toy show. It was a successful show. We didn't sell everything. I brought way too much stuff. Initially, I only had 2 tables initially, and I brought all this stuff thinking it was gonna fit on 2 tables. Luckily, somebody canceled, and I was able to snatch up 2 more tables, or 3 more actually, for a total of 5 tables, and I still had stuff crammed in. So I brought way too much stuff, but that's okay. It was a good day. So we sold basically all of the hot toys that we had left. We sold them to Bruce. We gave him a good deal. We left him enough room where he's gonna be able to make some decent profit, especially after eBay fees. I've already made my money on that stuff, so it's nice to just get some cash in the pocket and move on to the next deal, right? And so we sold a bunch of, we sold some action figures, we sold some vintage stuff, we sold some cars, we sold some tanks, we sold one plane sold. We got 50 bucks for a plane, so that was nice. But only one, you know, only one sold, so they are going to be slow sellers doing a little onesie twosies like this, but you know, that's all right. So anyway, really successful day. I mean, you know, we came down here, about an hour and a half drive for us, but we passed out a lot of business cards. Not very many people took magnets. I was hoping people would take magnets for their refrigerator, but about a hand, maybe 5 or 6 people took magnets, so we'll find something else to do with those. Lots of people took pens, so and hopefully pens, I think pens are going to be good because they'll get passed around, and You know, you'll leave a pin somewhere, someone picks up a pin, and next thing you know, that pin's been through 10 different people, you know. So anyway, a really successful day. We've passed our business cards around. There's a couple of people out here who said they've got other toys and stuff. There's one lady, and I don't count chickens before they've hatched, I'm not doing that, but just to say there is one lady out here who came up to me and said that that she has a whole bunch of Nintendo games, an actual Nintendo console, Game Boy, a bunch of Game Boy consoles, and a whole bunch of Game Boy games. And then whenever she was talking about the game, she goes, I have a whole bunch of games, like one of those deals. Like, does that mean 10 or does that mean 100, you know? So we'll see if she calls. She lives here in Sarasota. So, you know, if she calls, we'll have to drive back down here, but it might be worth it. A couple other people we met out here told us they have some toys for sale. I don't know if they're going to be realistic on prices for me though, you know, so whenever you're trying to buy from another dealer, I just don't know how that works, you know, but maybe we'll be able to, you know, so there was one guy out here, and he's not a dealer per se, he was set up, but you could tell he wasn't a dealer. He had a whole bunch of G.I. Joes, a bunch of vintage G.I. Joes. It was him and his wife, and his wife was selling off the doll stuff from her and her mother or something like that. And he had all these G.I. Joes and other, like, you know, things in the box, some Star Wars stuff, some other stuff. But he said at home, he has a bunch of Star Wars, the figures, the original ones, and a bunch of Legos and a bunch of other stuff, Star Wars stuff. I said, okay, you know, if you want to sell that stuff, I'd love to drive over. He was in Orlando. I told him I would make a day trip. I'll come over to Orlando and I'll bring a pocket full of cash and we'll just buy it all. And he said, oh, okay. Now, will that happen? I don't know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the interview. Just hope you enjoyed the whole thing. And like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff down below. And come back tomorrow. We'll do something else. Bye, guys. Before we go ahead and jump over to the interview with Bruce, I do just want to say thank you very much, Bruce, for allowing me to have the opportunity to conduct the interview. I also would like to say that the audio for the interview is a little bit rough. So, like the genius that I am, I suggested that we do the interview outside so that we could have the fresh sunlight to make the GoPro video look better. And it looks fine. The problem is, I set us up about 12 feet away from the road. And I didn't realize at the time of doing the recording how loud the cars driving on the road beside us actually were. Never mind that the microphone on the GoPro just isn't that great to begin with. I mean, when I'm a foot away like this, it's not that bad, but when you're back 5 or so feet, it's just not the best by default. Then you factor in the road next to us. That is just to say, it's my fault. I'm an amateur at this. This is my first interview. I'm hoping to do a lot more interviews like this, and this is going to be part of the progression of the YouTube channel and the podcast that will be coming down the road. This is the first iteration of that. I've taken mental notes of things I've done right and things I've done wrong, and I will do better next time. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump to the interview with Bruce Zalkin. All right, guys, we're out here at the FX Doll and Toy Show. We're here with Bruce Zalkin. He is the owner and organizer of the FX Doll and Toy Show. So we're going to do a brief interview for the YouTube channel. The first question is, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what's your background? What's your story?
Sure. So I've been doing toys and dolls since I was 13.
Wow, okay.
I actually started when I went to a train show.
Okay.
And my father gave me $50.
Okay.
Okay, and I found little red soldiers.
Okay.
And figures. Bought them for $1 a piece.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Packed them up, and I was walking around a table, and this other dude was like, "Hey, kid, I'll give you $50 for that one on top." There's this little black kid in a watermelon. I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
Sold it to him. So now I have 49 figures for free.
Yeah.
But what he didn't know is I had 3 more of them on the bottom of my box. So I'm like, there's something to it. You know, this is, making a ton of money
Sure.
for 1 minute of work. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the bug that caught me. And that's what got me. So ever since then, even through college and after, I've always been buying and selling toys and dolls.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
it's a lot of fun.
Have you ever had a normal corporate type job?
No, never.
Always been doing this?
Always been doing this.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. So tell us a little bit about the FX Doll and Toy Show. Like, how did the show come to be, and like, what's the history of the show?
Sure. So the original show was 20 years ago in the 1990s.
Okay.
And I had built that show up from a small show, like 15 tables, to 100,000 square feet at the Orange County Convention Center.
Wow.
Where it was one of the largest shows in the Southeast United States. We had 300 to 400 dealers, and then we had anywhere from 30 to 50,000 people coming from all over the world.
Wow.
For 2 days. And we had celebrity guests and everything. So once eBay came and internet, I started seeing a huge decline in attendance and dealers.
Sure.
So I saw the writing on the wall from the new technology coming out. I remember eBay was our corporate sponsor for a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah. So this is early eBay stuff. Ready?
Okay.
So in the beginning, eBay set up its shows to sign up users to use their site.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
I didn't think you knew that. So that's one of the ways that they were getting people to even know that the site was around.
Okay.
So they took out like 10 booths, and you could sign up, and they would show you how to list on eBay and how to use their site.
Okay.
And it's before smartphones, because there was no smartphones.
Sure.
Yeah. We're talking in the 90s.
Yeah. Man, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And so then.
So I saw the writing on the wall, so I sold the show off.
Sold it off. Okay.
And that person ran the show for 2 years, and then it just dissolved.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So the show was no more. And that was in the early 2000s.
Okay.
So recently, especially with the lockdown in 2020, I had a lot of people coming to me, toy dealers and a lot of doll dealers, and said, hey, Bruce, please do something. Do a show, do something.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I will do a show. It's going to be a small show.
Yeah.
We're not going to make this big. It's going to be fun, and we're just going to have a good time in it. So I just re-brought the FX Toy Show back.
Okay.
And now we have it here in Sarasota at the VFW. We're doing it every other month.
Okay. So every 2 months.
Every 2 months.
So 6 shows a year.
6 shows a year, consistent.
Awesome.
And exorbitant admission price. It's free admission. So
sure. You're gonna be here every time.
Every time.
And we're at 124 South Tuttle Avenue in Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Awesome. So, question number 3: what do you see as the biggest challenge for the doll and toy industry today?
So for vintage toys, right?
Yes.
Not like Legos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legos are huge.
The stuff that is mostly in there.
Right. So the main thing is new collectors.
New collectors.
You know, so for instance, everything is cyclical. So when I got into this business, anything cowboy western was $100. I don't care what it was. You could have a button and it had Gene Autry on it, that's a $100 bill.
Okay.
Now all that same stuff, all those people that grew up with western in the 50s, they're all in their 70s, 80s, 90s, passed on.
Makes sense.
Western stuff does not sell very good anymore.
Okay.
So it's all very cyclical with what's going on with the collectors.
Sure. Okay.
So dolls are a perfect example. The older antique French and German dolls, you know, they peaked out and they've come down except for the top 5%.
Okay.
Which are always going to be good.
Okay.
And what's replaced them are things like American Girl dolls.
Okay.
So there's more and more American Girl collectors coming.
Okay. Makes sense.
Barbie dolls are always strong because it's just such a strong collection.
Yeah. Okay.
But some is just the generic 1930s composition dolls.
Sure.
It used to be $50 to $100. It's hard to get $10 for.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, the same with toys. They're very cyclical also.
Right.
You know, Hot Wheels are great from the 60s. Hot Wheels from the 70s, newer or not.
Okay.
It's just one of those things. So Sure. You just got to follow the trends.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
I mean, there's a company called Hot Toys. Those action figures are through the roof.
Yeah.
$200, $300, $400.
Yes. Absolutely. Awesome. Well, that leads right to our next question then. So what would you have advice for someone who is new trying to break into the field?
Buy and sell vintage.
Sure. Okay. Buy and sell vintage. Okay. All right.
No, I mean, to do it, you need to look for the trends. Look for what is selling and what the collectors are coming to buy.
Sure. So don't just buy what you like. You got to buy what other people like.
Well, that's the number one rule. Never buy what you like.
Sure. Okay.
What you like has no bearing on what is actually selling on the market.
Okay.
Plus, if you're doing this as a full-time job, you do not want to collect what you're selling.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I watch too many collector dealers. They fall in love with their collections and
Hey guys,
their stuff.
we got somebody at your table looking for something for you.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right, sorry about that. I had to make a sale. Anyway, so his advice for new people trying to break into the field is follow the trends, and that makes sense. Don't buy what you like and don't become a collector if you're a dealer, right?
Right.
Fantastic.
Or if you want to collect, just collect something else.
Sure.
Collect what you like, but just don't buy and sell them.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Now, for kind of a fun question,
Sure.
What is one of the most valuable items you've ever sold at a toy show?
Dollar toy. Or do you want one of each?
Give me one of each. Give me one of
Okay.
each.
Most expensive doll is a French doll by a company called Bruges,
Okay. Okay.
from the 1800s,
Okay.
and sold it for $17,500.
$17,500 for a doll, guys.
Yep.
Don't pass up dolls at garage sales. Don't walk past them. Send him a text message. He'll let you know if it's good or not.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Toy-wise was a robot, called a Hook robot.
Hook robot. Okay.
A little tiny robot this big from the 1950s, mint in the box, and it sold for $14,500.
Holy cow.
$500.
Wow. At a toy show.
At a toy show, it actually sold to a collector in Taiwan, but their friend was at the show.
Oh, gotcha.
And emailed me.
Okay.
And, they bought it on the spot and sent it to Taiwan.
Wow, insane, insane. All right, guys, well, hey, we're out here at the FX Doll and Toy Show. It's Bruce, I'm Eric. Thanks a lot for watching. Come back tomorrow. We'll do something else. Bye, guys.